What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 6 of Light Novel Fiends podcast. This is Biggest Gamer,
This is Adam,
and today we're going to be talking about Keyboard, Immortal, and 9-star Hegemon body art and Destroyer of Ice and Fire.
All right, guys, we gotta give you a little explanation. This is how it went down. All right. So last week we didn't get a camera. We used a friend's camera. We wanted to set up that first video for you guys. Let's just say it only recorded the first 30 minutes, so it was useless. And we did like an hour and 20-minute episode, I think, last week.
Yeah, something around there.
And then the audio, because we do video and audio separate, so the audio got destroyed somehow. It didn't even save. It didn't save.
Yeah, because we use OBS to record, so it crashed when I went to go stop the recording, and yeah, that was an L.
So we had 30 minutes of video, which probably 15 minutes of it was us setting up because we were like just talking.
Yeah, we were like messing with the camera and everything.
So then that didn't go through. And then we thought about retaking the video, but then we were like, no, let's just get a real camera and let's like actually pull out the video for episode 6. You want to tell them what happened?
And then guess what? The camera is dead. While we were setting it up, we were like, you know what? We're gonna finish watching, a football game. And the whole time it could have been charging. Whether we were like, oh, game's over, let's start. Oh, camera's dead.
And you guys want to know something? This might be common knowledge. I don't know if it's common knowledge, but we got the camera yesterday. Also, a reason why it's a day late, technically, it should be yesterday, guys, is that what happened was the camera was coming to my house, Adamar's house, and you have to be there for them to deliver the camera. And then also, it doesn't come with a memory card. What camera doesn't come with a memory card?
Yeah, that was shocking.
I was telling Biggest Gamer, I was like, who gets a PS5 and they don't give you a free controller? Like, I can't even take pictures on my camera. I was shocked. So we ended up getting, there was a whole fiasco getting the memory card too. Whatever. But next week, guys, guaranteed. It is guaranteed. Episode 7.
You will see our faces.
You will see us. All right? Guaranteed it's happening. So, with that out of the way, you want to start with Keyboard Immortal?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, go ahead, man.
All right, so Keyboard Immortal, the Secret World arc, this is the fourth one, man. This world is crazy, man.
It's next level.
Like, we're out here. They're fighting out here. Like, they're losing.
They're losing like every fight, basically.
They're playing on the what's it called? They're towing the line of life and death.
Yeah, bro. I think almost every fight, I expect them. I don't understand how they're gonna win.
Nope, me neither. It's this huge like.
Every time the author
suspense.
Gets me, he's like he pulled like for example against the Phoenix lady, the lady who gave birth to the Golden Crow. Sorry, not the Phoenix. Like he used I always forget about that Golden Phoenix ability. Like it just doesn't even cross my mind.
Yeah, she was like, he made her fall in love with him. She was like, and then her thoughts were like, damn, I haven't seen my husband in so long.
Yeah.
This guy looks kind of fine. I was like, oh, God.
I was like, it worked again.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder, because you know how our theory has been like, if this is whether or not this is like a fragment in time or if it's like a real space or whatnot. I wonder if.
I think we're going to have to go into that because we talked about that last week. Yeah. But we didn't actually. But since they got deleted, we got to go over it again.
Yeah. We'll go over that. But one of the things is like, what if that travels like through? Because if they ever actually meet her like outside, what if she's still like hit by that ability? That'd be kind of crazy.
That would be very. And I don't think she's going to be seen again in this arc.
Well, probably not.
Because she was. I forget what happened to her at the end.
Well, because he
ran away, right?
Yeah, he shot down all the crows.
Yeah,
he had another arrow, and she, she was like, she'd rather not. He said he let her go, and she was like, "I'll kill you next time I see you." Yeah. But we don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah.
My guess is that they'll probably carry over. They'll probably meet him at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I
it's gonna go in his favor, bro. They're gonna be like, they're gonna see this big boss lady, and she owns this like whatever. She owns like a sect, or she owns like a gang, or she owns something.
Yeah.
And people are gonna hype her up. They're gonna be like, oh, the Golden Crow Queen is ruthless.
Yeah.
It's tyrannical.
Well, she has. What was her name? She has like a title.
She has a name that I do not remember.
Because she is a goddess. I just don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah, the Sunslayer bow, that one nuts. And then
it got a crazy power up because there's no way if Zuan was getting shot by that the Golden Crow Prince, he would have been dead.
Yeah, that's why it's also confusing because the bow that was used to shoot down the Golden Crow Princess became the family heirloom of the Golden Crow descendants.
Exactly.
So that doesn't really make sense. Also, how are there Golden Crow descendants? Because he shot 9 of them were dead, or 8 of them were dead, and then the other one lived.
Oh, so yeah. So how? Well, I'm guessing they're all sons, and by sons I meant like men. I think they're all men. Or I guess that was never said.
No, they're all men.
Oh, they're all men?
Yeah.
So I guess that's how he passed down the line. He doesn't need a woman. Or he needs a woman, but he doesn't need a Golden Crow woman. He can just find any random woman.
Yeah, but they said like the path to heaven got.
Oh yeah, got cut. Yeah.
So, oh wait. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, the Golden Crows, they stayed in the like the last one.
Yeah.
I think it stayed in the mortal world.
Of course, that's how they have a son.
No, they don't know that. That's why Zuan was questioning.
That's true. That was actually a good question.
That's why he was saying like, is the Golden Crow the sun, or if it is, where did the real sun go? And is the sky like fake? Like, is it actually fake? That's why he's like confused. And now I'm confused, but after thinking about that, because like, so when they cut off the path to heaven, I'm wondering like, was the Golden Crow in the mortal world, or what did he get taken up before it got cut off? Because
that question.
Means what's her face, the Golden Crow's mom is still in the mortal world if she didn't make it up.
That's very true.
But I'm thinking that they did. I think he killed him off. That woman went to go grab him, take him back up, and they cut it off. I don't think.
You think so?
It would make sense, but at the same time, I hope it's not true, because that'd be sick to see them in. Because then that lineage, that would actually make a lot of sense for that, why the lineage exists. But it wouldn't make sense as to where they went.
That's very true.
Unless they just went, sealed themselves up, and they're waiting. But it will be interesting to see where the ancestors of all these fiend-like clans are from.
Very true. And I also just found the lady's name. Here, you're better at these names. What's her name? It's that first paragraph there.
Jihi?
Jihi?
No, I think Jihi.
Jihi
sounds like
Jihi is the Golden Crow princess.
Yeah. No, Golden Crow's mother.
Mother. Yeah. Okay. And so, bro, that actually is a valid theory. I didn't even think of that. Like, not ever. Because then that's true. Because then she's still in the mortal world. Well, she's probably dead in like real world, but like,
well, we don't know because, oh wait, we have no idea the time period. The Shah dynasty is apparently like really far back, so they'd have to be dead.
That's what I'm saying. Because what's it called? Mi Li. That's the original. That was the first tomb we went to, right? And
they're a lot. She's a lot younger.
She's obviously younger, but she stated that she went through thousands of years, but she only survived because of. I think she was encased in some type of seal.
And then that guy poisoned her body.
Exactly. So like they
could be sealed.
That's true, but like that's very true. There could be tombs. There could be ancient tombs because we've seen a ton of ancient tombs.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think of this, bro. This is crazy. Now I'm thinking about it. That could be really out there somewhere.
A lot of, because that's also why the Zuan said that all the descendants of the other lineages all defamed the Celestial Emperor Zhuan Ku.
I just know his last name is Jew.
Well,
Emperor Celestial Emperor Jew. John.
It's not Jun.
No,
Jun. It's not Jun.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was Xuan something like Z.
Oh, that was a different Celestial Emperor.
Yeah, but that Celestial Emperor is the one that convinced everyone
to cut the heavens.
Yeah. And so that's why all the descendants of from the Flame Emperor and the Yellow Emperor and all of them were denounced his descendants, saying all that bad stuff about him.
True.
Which is kind of crazy because that's information that Xuan knows in his world, that timeline. So clearly, that parallel connection.
There's something there.
Yeah.
And I never fully, I don't think I think too deeply on the parallels because it'd be blowing my mind. I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're clearly connected because
for sure.
Xuan did mention that the remains of the Jia dynasty they never found them in his world.
Yeah.
And obviously they found remnants of it in the secret world. But they know the history of it, even though no one else in the martial art worlds knows about it. They don't know anything. Literally nothing.
They literally know nothing. The only person that knows anything is Luan because he's obviously from a parallel world.
Yeah. So
and Meili actually, she knows some history. It seems like
she doesn't know that much.
She doesn't know that much, but when they were in other tombs, she was helpful.
But they weren't. Oh,
remember, in the tomb with the princess, and the king's son.
Yeah, but
the emperor's son.
But that was related to her history.
Was it? Was it the same dynasty?
Yeah, it was. Oh. Those were all court members of her dynasty with her husband, or I don't remember what her husband's name was, but whatever his dynasty was. Yeah, those were all those court members.
I think it was Yi. Nah, it's not Yi. Never mind.
Whatever it was, but that related to her. Yeah. The other stuff here,
really?
Yes.
In that second tomb too.
The second one,
the one with the octopus, Earth Immortal. The one where he went.
Yes.
That was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I come to you with the history questions, bro. Because when they start spouting history, I start skimming.
No, you can't skim it,
bro.
It plays such an important role into
it does
the background,
but it's so much information. Even if I read how I usually read, I don't think I'd be able to remember it.
It is a lot.
I think I honestly, when I read it, I want to pull out a piece of paper and start writing stuff down, bro.
I might, just because I'm gonna need to connect the dots sooner or later. Because there's gonna come a point where it's gonna be where is the intersection between Xuan's world, the original world, and this world?
But we literally need a textbook because the way they talk about the history, they go deep. Sometimes it'll be a whole chapter of history.
Yeah, and
it's for me to be able to remember all that, I might as well get a Chinese history textbook.
That's true, because this, in this arc alone,
history of the dynasties, bro.
This arc alone is I think it's the most we've gone because. What do you mean? No, there's literally so many people.
You know how I know you're capping, bro? Because I remember hitting you up, and we both almost dropped this novel during this arc. So I know you're capping. It was the Pay Man one and him when they went back in when they lived through a bunch of different lifetimes. And we got history after history after history lesson about the wars. They literally went through lifetimes of him and Pay Man. You don't remember that?
No, I remember that, but I'm talking about
that was horrible. I remember hitting you up at that time, and I was like, bro, if they keep this up, I'm gonna drop this novel because I can't do this history anymore, bro.
I didn't hate it because of the history. I hated it because it went on for too long.
It did drag.
That was a dragging arc. It was that could have literally ended with him.
They could have sped it up. They didn't have to go through each individual.
Because it literally could have just ended with the first life.
Yeah.
And then the second life where they were actually siblings.
Yeah.
And then that could have.
And they were still fornicating.
To them they were
I guess, but it was weird. It was so weird to me when he was like, "Oh, I'm picking up my little sister," and then I think the baby sister had to leave so they can hang out. And I was like, "Oh."
No, I wouldn't. Actually, that was crazy. That story, like Paimon and Zuon's story, like when they had like they actually reincarnated as siblings, and then there was the daughter or the little sister who then fell in love with Zuon. That whole thing was, but that was like an ancient. Honestly, that painted a perfect picture of ancient times because like ancestral relationships back then. Obviously, like civilizations like not as developed. So, and like she got exposed to that really early on. Because I remember like they like kissed and she was like, they're like, "What are you guys doing?" They were like, because they didn't realize they were siblings. And or like it didn't sink into them because obviously they weren't. But that,
I think it was a mix of extreme amount of histories for me and the dragging of that arc that made that arc so bad.
Yeah, but but like for this one, I feel like it's a lot more because of, I guess it's not a lot more, but it's more like the importance of it in this arc. I feel like the history is important. Is just, because of the Xia dynasty, because of we have so many lineages that we need to keep track of that I believe, in my opinion, I think are going to reappear in the story later, because then I mean, like how many are there? We have Flame Emperor, Yellow Emperor,
Black Emperor, White Emperor.
Yeah.
Did you say yellow?
Yeah. Then you have Yi.
Yeah. Golden Crows.
And then wait, which one was Shun? Or was he just a descendant of one of the?
He was a descendant of. Yeah, he was a descendant.
Yao was a descendant of Yellow.
Yeah.
Shun was white, right?
Yes. Shun was white.
Yao was yellow.
Yeah.
Jun, wait, was Jun yellow actually?
I don't know. You're the guy I go to for this.
That's why I was like, oh my god. And then you have Gong,
but that's a whole lineage too.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess it's not a lineage, it's a title.
Yes.
Gong is a title of.
Actually, there's because then and then there's a bunch of those.
You see how it's so much?
Yeah, and then he brought up Nua, and I was like, oh my! But Nua, we have to keep track of her because of Medusa Queen, because now they're clearly related.
Yep.
Even though I don't remember Nua having any relations to serpents.
Yes, I guess she said part of the original creation. She was a serpent.
Oh, okay.
Something along those lines. Nua, she had a serpent body. I don't think she was a serpent herself, but she created serpents. Bro, she had
some kind of relation to serpents.
Yeah.
But clearly they don't know for sure, because I remember when she got the pearl and Zuon was like, was she the one that like fixed the heavens, and that lady was like, she didn't really know the history because they were so far off, but she did imply that they were once related to Nua.
Yeah, they did say that. That was important.
As for what happened, I'm assuming it has something to do with the cutoff of heavens or something like that. As for how it's related to Medusa Queen,
Bro, we gotta get into the cutoff of the heavens, bro.
The cutoff of heavens
was crazy. I'm flabbergasted. This man literally, what's his name? Jean He?
I think it's Jean Ku.
Jean Ku. He severed the heavens, and it, from their perspective, it kind of makes sense, because I think they were saying there's a lot of turmoil, because like we were talking about, they have 5 celestial emperors, and they're not all in the same faction.
So it's 5 different factions, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, sorry, 5 different factions with 5 celestial emperors. And so the mortal worlds were getting wrecked by the fighting.
Because the immortals were like, they didn't care.
Yeah, and the mortals are obviously weaker. Honestly, the mortal worlds are probably the battlegrounds. Probably went in there and was like, let's duke it out.
That's definitely it.
Yeah. And so like the celestial emperor was like, we gotta stop this.
Clearly there's a scheme though.
Zuon, there's the crazy
Zuon, he's like, I smell the hint of a scheme. As for whether the sky is fake and whether whoever the sun is, that's an important
question.
We gotta know,
is the sun a golden crow or is it an actual sun? Because we know that when he goes to the sky, there's the heavenly tribulation up there.
Yeah.
And so that means, is the golden crow above heavenly tribulation? But that doesn't make sense. So the sun must be a sun. like an actual sun.
That is true, because if he was, then
he would have to be able to pass through heavenly tribulation, which would make him an immortal.
That's why. So is it? Well, it doesn't mean the sun is the sun. It just could mean the sky is fake.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then that's a whole simulation.
Yo, actually, like, that's crazy.
All right, I brought this up last time, and I'm gonna bring it up again. Renegade Immortals. All right, guys. So I try to be like a non-spoiler Renegade Immortal. We were talking about this last week, and it correlates so much, because if any of you read Renegade Immortal and know what happens to Wang Lin and his world when he steps out, when he ascends to the higher world, you guys know what I'm talking about here. Biggest Gamer hasn't read it, so I'm not gonna spoil him, and he said he might read it, so I'm not gonna say anything. But all I'm gonna say is that it's smelling like the same type of situation. Not exactly the same, but it's close.
All I know is probably be a while before we get to there.
Oh, at least a couple hundred chapters.
No, way more.
Like 600 chapters.
Yeah, maybe like that.
Yeah, and also one important thing to know is that I don't know if you saw, if you go on Wuxia World, you see there's like volume 2's coming out soon.
Yeah.
It's like chapter 1490 or something. So that made me real, and also with this whole conversation of the heavens being extremely like severed, and obviously he's probably gonna restore them, and like Earth Immortals not being the peak anymore. Yeah. There's like actual immortals in like the higher worlds. Like this book that I thought was gonna cap out at 2,000 tops, it's looking like it's gonna hit 9-star numbers. It could hit at least, now in my head, at least 3,500 chapters.
Oh, 100%.
Like I kind of downplayed it, but I'm thinking at least that. Unless he just like restores the heavens and calls it a day, which I doubt.
Nah, that'd be
bull.
That's a rushed ending.
Yeah, because obviously once you unlock the heavens, like shit's gonna pop.
Yeah, because there's so much more to what really happened. You have to really unfold like what, like why did he care so much to sever the heavens back then?
Very true. Very true.
That is.
Oh, we got a lot of chapters to go.
And then like you also have this whole battle with the human emperor. And I'm assuming actually the Fiend Emperor as well, because we don't really know how that's gonna turn out after this. Either the Fiend Emperor,
I think he either becomes like he gets mollywopped by Zuan, or like somehow or whatever. But I can't see them coming out together from this arc. Like unless
that would make sense, because there is a lot of things that Zuan could probably use to kill him.
Yeah. But it's gonna have to be like a very special situation, because he's obviously can't take him on.
Yeah.
Even with his honeys, all his wives. What level of cultivation do you think Zuan and all his girls? So we got Stone Cold Woman, we got the Witch, and we got Snake Lady. I forget Snake Lady's name.
Yu
Yanlo, yeah. What levels do you think they hit before this arc ends?
I'm pretty sure they just stay the same.
You think so?
Yeah. Like their bottlenecks, obviously they keep saying it loosens, so probably loosen up more. But yeah, they stay the same.
And then how about for Zuan?
Probably just rise master rank, because how many? There's like sub levels.
5 souls. So there's 5.
Probably hit like the 3rd.
Yeah, there's 5 soul bodies for master, and then 2 for grandmaster. And it's been said the 2.
Wait, there's 2. Oh, because there's
7 in total.
7 in total.
And the 2 grandmasters, the Stone Cold Woman and the Witch, are on the 6th level, because they're in the first one.
Yeah.
Because they fought the octopus thing, and they were like, "Oh, it's in the second form," and I forget what it's called, but they were scared of it.
Really, octopus was like peak grandmaster.
Yeah, literally, bro. Peak grandmaster is like it's like cabbage out here, bro. Yeah. In this unknown region, Earth Immortals are literally like everywhere. I'm so surprised they're getting through this, and I think it's not like plot armor in any of it. So I love it, because he's actually getting through this with like brains and bronze. Yeah. Like obviously some bronze is needed, but like a lot of brains is in this.
And then now we also have some inkling into the Valkyries.
Yes.
Because we met Mo Ji. The girl with the scissors.
We met her soul.
Yes.
So it's been said to say.
They have her body. But it also... That's actually kind of...
That actually brings a crazy point. Are all of these people just souls?
No, they can't all be souls.
But Moji was straight up a soul body. They met her and she's a soul body, and Zuan's Valkyrie that he pulled is just like the husk, I guess.
But that also doesn't make sense because now they also... Because
actually Mei Li's also just a soul body. Because her body was destroyed in the seal or whatever.
Yeah, but they would know. But she's like a different type of soul, right?
Yes.
So they wouldn't, because like for people here, they wouldn't.
What do you mean by here?
In the unknown region.
Yeah.
Because they don't know
that they're not real people.
Yeah. Also, can they interact with souls like that?
So yes. So it's seen that Mei Li she can take like regular form like Moji, right? She can do that, but it's because I think because of how long she's been out of like her own unknown region, it caused her power to go, so her soul to dissipate. And so she can't keep doing that because the more she's out and about, the more her soul will dissipate without a body. And I think that only started happening when she left her unknown region. So that's when she realized that. So I think that has happened to these people. I think they might just be all soul bodies unless they leave the unknown region, and then they'll realize like, oh, I'm a fucking soul body.
Actually, I don't know, because Shun was like a remnant will, right?
Yes. But that's different. He took an immortal medicine. A fake immortal medicine.
No, but that doesn't... It doesn't make sense.
We're theory crafting here, guys.
Because... If I feel like they... Oh, maybe I guess you wouldn't really realize it, but I think the way that everyone like interacts with one another, because you have Yi's heroic path.
Mm-hmm.
Then you meet the Jia dynasty like remnants, and then they're at this tomb. Who we suspect is Yi.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we were thinking.
Yeah.
We don't know though, but
we have no idea.
But what's his name? Danzu, the guy that the Fiend Emperor brought over like Danzu.
Yeah.
He said it should be Yao, his father.
Yep.
So we have no idea.
So much.
That would mean who's ever hiding in they can't, that tomb. Like that, then you'd be saying like that's also a soul body. But that doesn't make sense because that like that's a seal in there.
Well, I don't know if they're all soul bodies because, for example, in Mei Li's thing, they were all undead. They were just undead. Like plagues of undead.
Oh crap! Now like Moji's thing actually really throws a lot of this off.
It does because
she's a soul and she like merged with her
body. So that's questioning like if you find the if he like pulls all these Valkyries and he goes to the unknown regions, can he collect the, like, for example, Golden Crow's mother.
Oh yeah.
Well, I already forgot her name.
Jihi.
Like, imagine if he pulled her Valkyrie. Like, that could be a thing now.
I guess it's possible because we don't know who's a soul and who's not.
And then imagine if outside of here he pulls her, and then I guess like you were saying, the Golden Phoenix is still kind of active. It's confusing, man.
Oh, because now it's even more confusing because when he leaves with her.
Who? Moji?
Yeah, because now they're merged as one, and she's hiding in his spiritual space.
Yeah.
So now, what's gonna happen when she leaves?
That's a great question.
Because for her, they're in her mind, she's in Nanchao.
Yeah, Nanchao. Yeah.
But when they leave, she's gonna be like, "What happened to Nanchao?" He's be like, "It doesn't exist." She'll be like, "But I was just there."
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be like,
"Well, I think since she was an Earth Immortal, I think she'll be able to take it pretty quickly." Because like the higher power level you are, the more you like
your mind works
like elevated. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting.
I feel like there might be like a special rule when he's leaving.
It could be a restriction of the heavens.
Yes.
Because you know how like in Nine Star, like the Dows don't like certain secrets being revealed. It could be something like that here.
All right, one thing I want to bring up here too is once they leave this unknown region, I think the human emperor and the fiend emperor are gonna be like, they're not like, they'll still be strong, but they're not gonna be peak powers no more.
No.
Because for example, Ice Mountain, where I have no idea what it's called anymore, but when Zuan and Stone Cold Woman were crossing it, they met an Earth Immortal, and Zuan literally almost dies. He breaks into Master Rank, right? So that's just a random Earth Immortal there, and she seems like she's protecting something. She's probably not the only person there.
There's probably a tomb in there.
Probably a tomb. She's probably part of, like, I don't know. I feel like there's probably like a family in there, and I feel like there's more people there, and I feel like there's way more regions in the world like that, and these families are gonna start popping out once he leaves this region, or maybe not when he leaves this region, but later on, maybe when he tries to start unblocking the heavens, these families are gonna start popping out. Or do you think they're families, or do you think they're people? Because I think they're whole lineages.
It might be lineages.
So like the Flame Emperor's people are just gonna pop out from like a volcano, and they're gonna be like, "We rule the world now." Nah. Well, I don't know about all that, but they're definitely gonna pop out, like, and they're gonna feel like tough shit. You know.
I think actually they'll probably pop out, and I think it'll probably be in the middle of a battle between Zuan and the Human Emperor. I think after this arc, I think the showdown between them will probably begin. I think, especially because of the way his confidence has developed in the unknown region. Since he shot down those crows, and he's gained like the invincibility kind of like concept.
Yeah.
So I also remember when I think when he broke into, he was either 8th or 9th rank. Like he was, I think he was doing it with the demon lady, the leader of the demon clan. Remember?
I'm confused. Demon clan? Are you talking about the king's wife that he slept with?
No. Oh yes.
What about he broke into the 8th or 9th rank during that? When he got assassinated?
No. It's like when he like finally decided, like, because you know how like cultivators, they all had to decide a path.
Yeah.
And remember, like, the emperor like had a premonition because like he felt that someone like a threat.
Yeah.
So I feel like now that's
going to come. I remember
pass.
that. That's actually a good point, because I remember the emperor. After that happened, the emperor, whenever he met Zuan, he's like, I don't know what it is about this man, but I don't like how he's looking at me.
Yeah.
And it was because Zuan,
he no longer feared him.
Yeah, he used to fear him, but now he was looking at him. He's like, I robbed your girl, bro. You know what? You're basically dying. I don't know. You're not tough shit no more. Like, I took your girl.
Both your girls.
Both your girls. You're dying. I might usurp you, to be honest.
Yeah. And he's also I don't know if he's a crown prince, but he's something from the previous dynasty.
Zuan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that whole storyline that hasn't really been talked about.
No, it's just that he's someone from the previous dynasty.
That hasn't been confirmed, but like low-key confirmed.
It is confirmed.
It's confirmed. I didn't know if it was like a low-key thing. He doesn't know. That's what it is. He doesn't know about it, right?
Well, he knows.
Really? I don't remember that.
He just doesn't want to believe it. That's why he took out his anger on the crown princess.
Okay, yeah.
She's like the enemy dynasty or whatever. We don't know his position, but we just know he was someone.
Yeah, because his original thing was he just had an uncle who died, but then the whole beginning of the book, I guess, was like he was sealed. His seal on his
yeah, because what happened to him is something that happens to like previous like
dynasties.
Yeah, and imperial.
To not further the line or something, to cut them off, basically. Like once everybody in that generation dies, like the dynasty is over. And he removed the seal. But then why doesn't anybody know who he is? Or wasn't it King Key who kind of knew who he was? Or I guess was guessing at it?
No.
Who was it? Liberationer, yes.
Yes.
That's what it was, yeah.
He has some weird, because he was from the previous dynasty.
Oh, yeah.
And the theory, like the implication that they're making is that either he helped him, he's related to him in some way.
Yep.
Like I don't think he's the father. He's either like a uncle or something like grandfather, or something like grand uncle, something like that. And clearly, he clearly knows something, but he's like, it's not time for us to meet yet.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That's Zuan wants answers, and that he helped Zuan when he almost got his head chopped off. So that's a whole another storyline we're gonna have to get into. So like
we got chapters, bro.
So now I think what they'll do is they'll flesh out his background.
Right after this?
No, I think they'll have a battle between him and Xiaohan, like
how?
a political battle.
Oh, okay.
Political battle.
I agree.
Remember, I was saying he'll probably use his
land.
We're gonna have the city arc.
We're gonna have upgrade this Civilization 6 battle here.
The Civ 6 arc. And then he'll probably dig deep into his own past while having a political battle with Xiaohan.
These are put into place here. I like it.
Yeah, and then they'll talk about that while it's going back and forth. And then I think while that's happening, because I think this will be a prolonged battle.
Oh, for sure.
Where Zuan, he'll probably have the crown princess
portray somewhere in the middle.
Turn against the emperor a little bit.
For sure. She's going to be the spy.
Yeah, because she might not even need to be a spy. She might just use the crown prince to be like, because in history, the crown prince and the emperor or the king or whatever aren't supposed to have the best relationship.
Yeah.
So they could do something like that and use him to like have like a divided front in the crown prince faction.
True.
While also going against the other king.
This is very true. This is a crazy plot lines.
Yeah, I'm making it up as I go. We don't know if this is actually gonna happen, but this is kind of my assumption. And then maybe out of nowhere, all those lineages start coming out.
I think when he comes out, he's gonna be at least one master rank ahead, which won't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Oh yeah,
but he'll be one master rank ahead. Let's see. Let's theorycraft here. Let's see what happens. They pop out. He definitely has to go back to the human world. I think he goes to that territory. I think he develops it. I think one important piece that you didn't talk about is his forging skills. I think they're gonna like increase soon, and like he's gonna start producing like some crazy shit.
I guess that's true because he does need to repair the Tai sword.
Didn't think about actually. Oh, I'm loving this while I'm talking right now. I'm theory crafting in my head. So when he gets that territory, he's gonna start developing it, right? But his forging skills are gonna go up because that's what they were talking about before this unknown region.
Yeah.
And the big thing about that, I think, was that he can forge like a body for Mi Li. And then she's gonna pop out Earth Immortal level, and that's gonna be his backup when the king comes or the emperor comes to try to stomp on him. He's gonna be like, bro, I got an Earth Immortal too. That's what's gonna happen, bro. Something like that. I feel it, bro.
But they haven't found all her ingredients yet,
bro. They're gonna find it somehow. On some plot something.
Those lineages pop out. They'd be like, oh, we got that. We got that in the garden.
I think he has some of the stuff.
No, he has most of it.
Exactly.
I think so.
And like, let's be honest, if he pops out of here, he's gonna be in the Fiend Emperor basically like tomb.
Oh, that's
true. A treasury, bro.
If we're assuming, I'm gonna assume that he'll probably defeat the Fiend Emperor.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then
he's gonna raid his fucking tomb, bro.
Right after that,
he's gonna raid his treasury.
He's gonna raid his treasury, but I think we're probably gonna see someone come to power because right now it's supposed to be the transition of power.
Yep.
So when they come out, if the Fiend Emperor's dead, the court, there's probably gonna be like a battle at the court.
Oh, it's true.
As for who wins, maybe the Crown Prince does something, or maybe Zuan.
It's actually a very good point because the Crown Prince, all they know is that the Fiend Emperor is supposed to die and pass on his cultivation to the Crown Prince.
Yeah.
And if the Crown Prince is the only one that comes out, obviously if let's say Zuan keeps him alive or whatever reason he's still alive, all they're gonna do is they're gonna look at his cultivation and be like, oh, it failed. And then there's gonna be an uprising, bro, because then they're like, we can take him out.
His second brother wants the throne.
Yeah, and even if it isn't his second brother, it can be somebody else. His second brother is like a master.
Well, actually,
there's grand masters in the Fiend Emperor that could take over.
The what's her name? The wife.
Yuyanlo?
No. The Fiend Emperor's wife.
Oh, second queen, second empress.
She wanted him to kill the crown prince because she wants her son to set the throne. Because technically he has a claim, but he's just too young.
That's true.
And she doesn't want to become a harm member of the crown prince.
Yeah. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This conversation is way better than last week's. I feel like we did way better this week. Maybe because we talked about the bullshit last week.
Because like all of a sudden I just had like a thinking of like once you mentioned the soul things, I was like, wait, the whole world just kind of changed.
Yeah, bro.
Because now like we don't know what's going on here. Especially like I really need to see them leave this dungeon. Yeah. And he needs to talk to her.
I'm not gonna lie, it didn't click in my head until you were like, oh, soul body, and she merged, and I was like, hold up. She's not the only one.
Yeah. And actually, well, the whole point when I was mentioning that I completely just like skipped over until now was that hopefully we can start looking into the system.
Oh, okay.
Because, well, who made the system?
True. Amelie has some theories.
Does she?
She didn't have a theory, but basically
she saw it.
She saw. Well, I think she can't see it, but she said that it's definitely made by like a very high powered immortal, because it was what was it? She said it was energy. And so the energy that goes into the system is fueled by like the rage, and the rage is causing the energy to go into the system. And she says it's like basically it's just a big system. And she says she thinks it was made by like an immortal. I mean, that was her theory, and it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm talking about. Earth immortals are smart. Like, how did she even come up with that? Zuan was just like, I got a cool rage system.
Yeah, that's true.
And Mealy is like, no, bro. Like, Earth
Which brings back to like the thing of like parallel worlds, because someone summoned him here or something.
I don't know if it was a summon.
It had to be a summon.
Well, not all transmigrators are summons. Sometimes it just pops out.
You don't just pop up and get a system.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, okay. Maybe in like some novels they might just do that randomly and then never explain it. Yeah. But like if we're talking about actually explaining it, then yeah, it's not just random.
That's true. All right, fair.
Because I've seen some novels where just like, oh, they had a system, and then it was like, oh, they just had a system. They never talked about it.
I think one that's kind of like that, it's not exactly like that. It's I think it's called Upgrade Specialist in Another World. Did you ever read that?
No.
So basically, he's like, in that world, there's what's happening? They have like SAO type games.
Yeah.
And so he's like in an SAO game, and he gets pulled from that game into another world. And in that game, he just got like a special power that's like called the upgrade. And so he can upgrade all his gear, like basically enchant it.
Yeah.
He can enchant it up to like plus 10, which is like basically it increases all stats by like 50%. So he's like obviously OP. Like any material he gets is like, even any material, like he can upgrade like his clothes to plus 10. And it's like a big thing. And they don't ever describe it except like he kind of, the person he merges into.
Yeah.
He's actually the person who dies in the other world, and like let's say our world, who was in the SAO game, and SAO guys, sorry, is Sword Art Online anime, basically it's based in Japan, and they have virtual reality games where you go into a game and you basically become the character and you feel exactly like you're in another world playing as a character. So let me throw that in there for you guys. And so basically it's actually a twist, because the person who's in the SA world who dies and merges into the other person he gets eaten by the original person in the other world.
Really?
So the person in the world that we're like following, his name's like Bai Yunfei, I think his name is. He's like, he just gets like implanted with all this knowledge, and he like basically like gets knocked out, and he wakes up and he's still him, but he remembers this knowledge from somebody else. It's actually funny because in the first chapter, he's like, oh, I'm a transmigrator. I'm going to get a harem. I'm going to get riches. I'm going to become the most powerful person in the world. He's like, wait, I'm dying. I'm dying. It was actually a hilarious twist, because usually the transmigrator becomes OP. Yeah. But instead, the original person took him over.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. But like, they didn't explain that at all, ever.
Okay, so I hope they explain the system in here because I feel like it because it gave him. It's not just giving him power; it gave him the missions to find the 12 like immortal manuals.
Yeah.
So someone.
Oh, that's very true. They gave him a mission.
Yeah. So someone. What?
If he unlocks all 12, maybe he can unlock the heavens.
Maybe it has to have a relation because
right?
Because they're 12 immortal techniques.
Maybe that's why the immortals sent him there, like sent him to this world and sent him that task and give him that system to make him stronger than others, obviously. And he's also the key that unlocks the unknown regions. All right, because obviously the unknown regions only pop up when he shows there, like when he gets for example.
Oh wait, I guess because the first one did mutate while he was there.
All of them mutated only when he was there, and the biggest one is, I think, the biggest case that follows this theory is the Fiend Emperor tomb. That shit's been that's always there,
and then it opened.
It only opened up when Zuan showed up. So I think, bro, the theory crafting today is insane. All right, this is what happened, bro. This is my headcanon now. The Immortal popped him out, right? Pulled him from another world, transferred him into his body, gave him a super system that makes him OP as fuck. All right, OP. He gets a mission to get these immortal manuals, and if he gets all 12 powers, he probably can become an immortal and sever the heavens, and that's when the immortal pulls down, and he's like, "Yo, I've been dying to come down here for whatever reason." And bro, that's what I'm thinking. What do you think?
I can see that.
All right, bro. Yeah. I don't know. The fucking fire points, bro. I need you to tell me some of this before my brain starts working. I wish you guys could have seen my reaction during that, because I just felt like a light bulb went off in my head. Oh my goodness! I hope that's the case, because I didn't even think about that, bro.
There's a lot of plot points in the story that the author can unpack.
Oh,
I think. Yeah, so whatever happens after here with the Fiend Emperor court, that'll probably be a small little mini thing. Because assuming that the Fiend Emperor dies, which I think will probably happen, considering Zuon's track record.
Yeah,
and then his past, then his battle,
Zuon's past.
Yeah, and the political battle with Zhao Han, and then whatever remnants of the lineages that are probably hidden in the world and other Earth immortals that we're assuming are probably gonna pop up. There's just a ton.
It's gonna pop out.
And that's all immortal world stuff.
Yeah,
that's not even immortal world stuff.
And then if he severs those heavens, then he's gonna be pulled into whatever heavens faction he's under, and that's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
There's a lot,
and he's obviously gonna be
top figure.
Top figure, but I don't even know. It's a lot. Oh, I'm so happy we redid this. This is way better this time. Way better. Oh, we should start rolling we should start talking, and then after 20, 30 minutes, then we actually start recording. We didn't theorycraft this well last time.
No, we did not.
And you was hidden today. With the history too, bro. I didn't remember none of that.
There was a lot, but I think it's all gonna come back.
Yeah,
and we're just gonna be like, there's so many names.
And when it comes back, guys, the audience, you and me both will be asking Biggest Gamer what the hell is going on, because I'm like the reader when I'm reading those novels. I'm just reading unless they tell me exactly what's happening, I'll be lost sometimes, bro. With the history, I don't be connecting it sometimes, because it's just when they give me a lot of history like this. Usually, I try to connect stuff, but this novel, I can't. I'm trying my best, but I can't.
It's fine.
All right, you got anything else to say before we move on to 9-star?
I think we're good.
We're good. All right, guys, we're supposed to keep that short because we wanted to make this episode less than 2 hours, but I don't know, bro. We might not. We might push it.
We got a lot.
Yeah, and especially because it's Straight by Safari, we have 100 chapters to talk about instead of 50. Oh, I got a lot to say.
I know you do.
Okay, all right. 9-star?
Yeah.
All right. So, luckily, I'm very happy about this. We got to see since the last time we talked about 9-star Hegemon body art, guys, Nishoba, as a Nishoba. It's we gotta read a whole arc. Literally a whole arc. We gotta see him go through. Basically, right where we cut off, he was transported by Emputa to the Netherworld. He met his two wives in the Netherworld, and they did that one big battle. They conquered those two Nether Kings, and then they started to expand. Right after that, it gets even crazier. I thought it was gonna be a simple takeover. We kind of got an arc and a half. We went through like 2 arcs since the last time.
Oh yeah,
we got the Netherworld arc.
and then
the Sacred Pill arc.
Pill
Hall arc. So the Netherworld arc, honestly, I actually almost forgot about this. I actually really liked how that went down. It was
out of nowhere.
It was out of left field, bro. It was like, what is happening? So guys, like, the ghost down just shows up.
Yeah.
I was like, what is actually happening?
So it's crazy. So like they said, like these are ghost life forms that feed on the life of the, like, nether spirits.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
And there seems to be all like undead, and by undead I mean like straight up bones.
Yeah.
And when they eat the nether
they
spirits,
regain their like
flesh.
Yeah, which is
very different.
Another hint of a scheme.
Very, because they didn't just pop up out of nowhere for no reason.
Yeah.
And they almost killed Long Chen. They almost got him.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is with novels these days. I had no idea what was going on again, bro. I was like, when he was stuck under the dead, is it the Dead Sea or the Black Sea?
Yeah.
What do they call it?
I think it's Black Sea.
Black Sea. When he was under the Black Sea, I'm like, this man is dead, because there was there's like all the fiend spirits in the Black Sea coming for him, and then they like annihilated the ghost out, and then he's like fighting off all these fiend spirits, and he can't like rise above the water, and he's losing strength slowly, and I'm like, this man's gonna die.
It's like they were describing a guy drowning.
Exactly, and they did a great job at it.
Yeah,
I've drowned before, so I know. I was like, I can't, bro. So this was great, bro. They did a great job. Did you see him surviving that? Like any like
it didn't look like it at all.
He didn't have anything.
And then he got stabbed by the
sword.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
With a dagger, I guess, or is it a sword fragment? Like it's half a sword.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a broken dagger.
I want to say it's a broken sword. Because it might be a broken dagger, because they said they can make it a dagger for his girl. I don't know.
Okay, it might have been a broken sword.
Yeah, they said they're gonna make it into a dagger for his assassin girl.
Yeah,
but I don't remember her name.
But either way, like, yeah, that it was also interesting to find out like his wives' like position in the netherworld. Like they're technically rogue cultivators.
They're nether gods. That's like their
race,
but they're basically rogue cultivators.
When they said that, I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought because back in the Immortal arc, when they hadn't like ascended.
Yeah, they had their territory from
like their parents, not really their parents, but like
from the mortal world.
Yeah,
just like in the netherworld, like
yeah. And so when they were talking about like a god, I thought she was like OP.
Yeah.
But no, it's just her race. She's just another god. So it's not really like...
She just has like a trace of divinity.
Yeah, she's not really like OP as fuck, which I thought it was.
Her strength is like similar to like...
Long Chen's now.
Yeah.
Like, well, obviously she's actually an immortal... Well, she's a Nether King now. They just hit the Nether King level, remember?
Oh, Mortal King.
Huh?
They still go by Immortal King.
Really? I thought they called them all Nether Kings.
No, I think that's like a title, but like their rank is still Mortal King.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So they're still like they just hit a Mortal King level, but so they are stronger than him. So I guess it makes sense back then when
not like a god versus like a human.
Yeah, I think it made sense back then though. For example, if he just hit what was it, Nether? I was about to say Nether cabbage. What was the realm name?
Nether Passage.
If you guys read the comment section, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
because there was nether cabbages out there.
Yeah, nether cabbages everywhere.
Like, oh, this is your strongest elders, a nether passage, and then all of a sudden there's fucking millions of you. Literally nether cabbages. I love that. Whoever coined that term, oh, I wish I could give you credit for it. It was amazing. But what happened? I think when he hit nether passage, if they were 2 ranks above him, then it kind of makes sense. Because if he's another, keep on to say nether cabbage. If he's another passage, that means they were either divine flame or at 4 peak, which technically to anybody in the mortal world is like God.
Well, yeah, because the heaven merging realm was the peak.
Yeah, so they were 2 steps above the peak.
Yeah,
so it makes sense why they're like gods, but like they're not really like.
And then there's like the laws there are different. Yeah. So it also.
So I guess it makes sense why she was so powerful, but she wasn't really crazy like that.
Yeah,
I thought she was way stronger.
But it was kind of sad to be like, damn, just one. They have 1 territory now. It's like, damn, we're struggling to get 3.
Yeah. Well, they just expanded like crazy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Wu Tian? I think that's cool. I love that guy.
But it also like the implication of like he was trapped.
What do you mean? Where? What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about in the Black Sea, in the Dead Sea?
No. Longchamp was the one that freed him.
Oh, you're talking about Wu Tian being trapped?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Oh, there's huge implications there. Do you remember what race he was? He's an
undying, like 3-headed beast.
Yeah.
God beast? I don't know. But undying 3-headed beast.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And like his whole race was imprisoned or something? Or was it just not his whole race, but he was imprisoned. And I think his race was like extremely powerful, like trillion. And they said he went through trillions of years. And he's OD. He's strong as hell.
Yep.
He was so cool.
I think
showed up with World King,
but like that. I feel like I really wish they would just go back to the Netherworld, like the Mortal Realm, and start like destroying all those seals.
Oh,
because that's how he got unsealed in the first place. What if there's a bunch of other places like that?
You know, it's very.
Oh well, I guess if that guy when he escaped, he probably did something like that.
Yeah, I think. Well, actually, he did that. He said they described it that I think he was. Oh, it was actually a very cool thing because he was sealed by 108,000 seals, and we know that number because it comes with that's Long Chen's amount of divine flame star. Or sorry, yes, just regular stars, but they're divine flame stars now. And so there's actually the people were wondering about that, like in the comment section, because he has 108,000 seals.
Oh,
and what happened was Long Chen undid 1 seal, and because of that 1 seal being like broken, he was able to destroy all of the seals and make it out. But like that's a very interesting point that he was sealed 108,000 times.
Wait, yeah, because
there's definitely a relation.
Wait, the numbers are so connected.
You just locked in. You just locked in. The biggest gamer just locked in. He went from laid back. He was like, I need to pull forward, guys.
Actually, make the numbers are.
It has to be something.
So it must be based off of, like it has to be based off the 9-star Hegemon body art, right? Because it must like there must be some basis there.
He's also his like personality is very similar to Long Chen's, like hegemonical. I don't know if that's the right word. Well, I'm trying to use the adjective of hegemon. Because hegemon's like a.
Well, similar, but I mean, I'm saying like more like the seals, like when set it up.
Yeah,
like the seals. So like those numbers have to have some kind of like relation to like the DAOs or something.
Yeah, very true. I was actually before you said that, I was thinking it was like since he's part of a world of trillions of years ago, maybe. And I'm thinking 9-star. The 9-star cultivation technique was made trillions of years ago.
Did he say trillions? I thought he said millions.
Trillions, bro.
Damn.
He went through trillions of years. I'm pretty sure. Now you got me questioning.
Well, either way, it was long ass time.
It was a very.
He was definitely around during the era of the 9 stars.
Well, do you think the 9 stars go that back?
Yeah.
How far back do you think they go?
Remember, he said Brahma was the one who started the war.
Oh, that's true.
And Brahma is like he's around that era.
That's very true.
And like the 9 stars around there. So like that they have to be like related to like the time period.
Yeah. Wu-Tang is a fucking he's crazy though.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Badass.
Oh my god. He comes back with World King carcasses. And he's like, oh, I just bodied a couple. No worries, bro. This is easy. And I bet you they weren't ordinary World Kings like the Dean was talking about. These are probably some high level World Kings.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely above World King level.
And they hate the underworld race, right?
Who?
His race.
His race? Oh, yeah.
They're netherworld and the other ones are underworld?
I think there's the underworld beast and then I think the netherworld beast.
Okay.
And they have a huge feud. And I think and they said that
they've always hated each other.
And they kill each other on sight. Wu-Tang coming back is tipping the scales.
Oh yeah.
Cuz he's like peak level power, I'm assuming.
And I'm assuming he's there's probably cuz he said he got betrayed, right? So there's probably other people of his race that he's probably trying to go find.
And the netherworld seems super strong.
Seems chaotic.
It seems chaotic, but super strong. Because if he went out for a quick battle, 7 days, he comes back with I think it was 6 World King corpses, and it's that's crazy because when Longchen goes to the sacred pill hall, he's in the integral star heaven.
Yep.
So that's one of the 9 heavens, and I'm not gonna lie, the heavens seem pretty weak.
Well, they did say
because that was the whole heavens powerhouses, and they're all World Kings. We didn't see anybody above the World King level at all, and that whole heaven.
Well, there's probably weaker heavens and stronger ones, right?
But that's incredibly weak in my eyes. Not a single person above World King, and they also the dean of what's it called again? The High Firmament Academy. Mm-hmm. He made it. He basically let Longchen know that all those beast race World Kings are kind of trash.
That's true.
So they're all ordinary World Kings. So then why they did say that heaven was well, it was destroyed recently. Maybe that's why. Because remember they said the demons came in, destroyed the heaven, and then later the sacred pill hall showed up.
Well, I don't think it's that heaven, it's the planet that they were on in that heaven.
I think they were talking about the heaven entirely.
No, because they were talking about the core. It's like the Marshall continent.
Okay.
So I think,
but I think that's the strongest people in that were in that heaven
region. Oh yeah, because they control
the heaven from that region.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Zuan was
destroy it. How do you feel about that? The whole sacred pill arc. What were your highlights?
Well, meeting the 9-star descendant.
Oh, that was insane. I love that scene.
The description.
Yes.
And I love that he finally met one
alive.
Yeah.
They've been hinting a lot about in the Immortal world 9-star heirs. They've been talking a lot because honestly, before he went to the Immortal world, I was assuming that there was only one 9-star heir at a time.
No, because it's a whole lineage.
Because it's a hair, right? So I thought he was a hair. How do you say? Heir. I've been saying hair. It's an heir. So he's I thought there's only one. But now it's now I realize once he came to the Immortal world, there's there could be thousands of these guys.
Yeah, well, there are multiple heirs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they're it's a whole lineage.
Yeah. I didn't realize that until the Immortal world.
So I think we'll probably see more remnants of the 9-stars. Because he also said, the dean said he hasn't seen one in thousands of years.
True.
So clearly they're getting, because remember the mystery voice guy, the mystery voice guy was yeah, we need help because they're going around. He's just cutting us all down.
That's very true.
So they're getting hunted down, and he had to hide his identity. So
and that guy was pretty. I like how Longchen was able to talk to the 9-star heir.
Me too.
And he was the cultivation paths.
Yeah, compare the star charts.
Yeah, he said
I think was that's sick.
I think it was amazing, and I just love the conversation between the two. Mm-hmm. and how you could tell both of them are so like they're hegemons, bro.
No, yeah.
Like you could tell from his personality, he's like, bro, if I was, I remember he even said the night star that we met, he was like, he said it to the sacred pill elder. He's like, bro, if I wasn't locked up, even looking like I look now, I'd still kill you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this man's insane.
Because they described it like everyone was afraid when they saw him. Because they're like, oh my god, like his vitality was like astonishing, even though they sucked out all of his blood.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? That 9 stars can get crippled.
When he said he destroyed his 7th star, I forget the name of it. Yeah. But they destroyed his
Violet Tower.
The Violet Tower star. And I was like, I didn't know you could destroy the stars. That was very concerning to me.
Yes, it is.
I was like, whoa, you're telling me somebody can come in and destroy the stars?
Yeah.
I thought they were like inside the body, like kind of like in the spirit space, like spiritual sea type, like something like that.
No, they're like, I told you, bro, they're like Dantians.
This is proving your point. Yeah, you're right.
I was like, I told you, it's like each one is Dantian. That's why they're so much stronger and they can fight across realms.
Fair.
And now it's like, yeah, they can still destroy it.
I didn't realize that.
Now Lon Chen, being a 7 star.
Yeah, bro, when he hits that 7 star, the world's gonna explode. Cause remember the dragon said once he hits the 7 star, he can appear into the cosmos.
You see that?
Yeah. So basically, what happened was in the High Firmament Academy, when he first gets there, he starts like reading into the knowledge, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember? And so he peeked into another cultivation level or cultivation art, and basically it looks into the cosmos.
And the starry river art.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that's.
So remember, he did it. He looks into the cosmos, and he's like about to look, and the dragon talks to him, and it stops him from looking into the cosmos because Lon Chen was about to kill himself, and then the dragon was like, "You can't look into the cosmos until you get your 7 star, because you can't handle the power."
Oh, okay. So when you say look in the cosmos, I was like, "What is that?"
He kept saying the cosmos. That's why I kept saying.
I think what he means by that is like, so you can probably use it to like connect to like the stars, right? So I'm assuming like the galaxy or the Starry River
art. Yeah. What do you mean?
So like, you know how like there's stars, like galaxy of stars or whatever. So it's like if he's saying peering in the cosmos, maybe he's like connecting to the stars above, because you know how like regular people connect to the heavenly Taos. So maybe like 9 star descendants connect to like the stars instead.
But aren't stars just more planets? I'm confused.
No, but like star energy, right?
Oh, okay.
Instead of like heavenly Tao energy.
Ooh, okay.
But that like I think like 9 stars, like I feel like they use both, right?
Yeah.
Because like they have heavenly Tao energy, but it's like, oh, we can also connect to star energy. So it's like 2 like energies that they can probably combine together. That it's also what makes them stronger, especially when they have super strong physical bodies, so they can handle more power.
Yeah.
And like because they have multiple, like technically Dancians, they can also like store more power. Plus they have the divine ring that can absorb power, like
from anything.
Yeah,
it sucks power from literally anything and everything.
So it's crazy. So clearly the star, like
Starry River art,
is like it has to be like a simplified version of.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
it was made.
I don't know if it's simplified or if it's like it's an inspiration.
I think it was made off of the 9 star.
Art.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
it was made off of it.
So that means that guy's a genius.
Oh, incredibly, bro. I think that was the next. I don't know if it was the next arc, but when him and Bai Shishi and all those people went into that like.
Secret Realm?
Huh?
You mean the Secret Realm?
The Secret Realm, yeah. When they went into the Secret Realm, they met, I think, the originator. They didn't meet him, but they met the sect. Remember, it was destroyed. It was already destroyed, and that's where he met that weird life form that I forget what it is.
It was like a rock spirit or something.
Yeah, the rock spirit who he made friends with.
Yeah.
And he saw more, and that's where he saw more murals of the Starry River art, and he realized that it's connected to the 9 star art. If I remember correctly. Am I capping right now?
No, I think you're right. Okay. But it's interesting. We'll see how it goes. Because right now, like, the the way there's just so much like about the 9 stars that we just don't know.
Nothing,
bro. And there's like hinting at like this big like conspiracy.
It's huge.
That's why I'm like, I hope he meets another one soon. Maybe like some guy comes to school.
I don't think he meets another one until he's an Immortal King. Because once he's an Immortal King, technically he can always like fight 2 realms above him when he's fighting trash people. Technically, right?
Oh yeah.
And then when he's fighting like geniuses, he can fight within the same realm, or like even sometimes like one above. So I think once he hits Immortal King, his worldview is gonna like expand. Like first of all, he just hit Divine Lord. His worldview is already gonna expand like crazy because he's gonna be like he's gonna start seeing World Kings more often, right? But like once he hits Immortal King, I feel like his worldview is gonna like explode like 100 times.
Yeah, probably.
Because now it's gonna be like he can take on people who are like, I don't want to say peak heavens, but like some real powers, you know? Like for example, the 9-star hunters, the strongest person there is a world king. Like his whole organization
that's true.
is powered by world king. Now he's not a regular world king. They say he's like a strong world king.
Isn't he like peak world king?
They didn't say peak, but they said they're different than regular world kings.
He has to be peak.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to say peak because I think it might be something like Immortal King tiers, you know, like mortal, spirit, earth, heaven. Like I don't think it's exactly like that, but I mean like there's gonna be some type of classification for how to differentiate them, you know.
We'll see, yeah.
And like, is it just me or I feel like they put so much effort into describing the tiers of the Immortal Kings, and now I feel like it's just worthless.
I think it's worthless.
All right, like they made it seem like Immortal King was like this badass realm.
Well, I originally thought there was the tiers were meant like in quality of like the type of like your talent.
Okay.
I didn't think it was for the realm.
Oh, okay.
So I thought when there was like a mortal, spirit, earth, and heaven, I thought that meant it's as like your talent in the realm. So I was like, I thought like you could be a first heaven stage, like heaven tier, earth, immortal king.
You could be, technically.
Is that how it is?
So this is how it is. It is confusing because there's 2 different things. Basically, when you advance from Divine Lord to Immortal King, when you unlock, you either get the mortal, the spirit, the earth, or the heaven tier. So you get a tier right when you unlock. So you can be a heaven tier first stage Immortal King. But the confusing part, which I didn't like, that I think would have made it more sense for you, was that if you're a mortal king, you can only hit like the 3rd heaven stage. And then if you're a spirit Immortal King, you can hit like the 6th heaven stage. And then if you're like an earth Immortal King, you can hit like the 8th heaven stage. And then if you're a heaven Immortal King, you can hit peak. So mortals, like anybody under a heaven Immortal King gets capped out.
Oh,
but you can be a first stage heaven Immortal King.
That's why I was confused because I thought what it meant was like your heaven Immortal King. I was like, oh, so you just jump to the
peak
8th stage, not the peak, but like the beginning of like past.
Past. Immortal. Okay.
But I didn't realize. That's why I was like confused. I was like, is it like?
Yeah, I didn't like the explanation either, and that's why I didn't like how much emphasis they put on those tiers and the strength difference.
I don't.
When Immortal Kings are gonna become like trash soon, like they're already pretty much trash in Long Shan's eyes, for being honest.
Yeah,
he's botting Immortal Kings like breakfast.
Now he's gonna really start like fighting Empuda and
like he doesn't have the
Chang,
and he actually right now he talked to the dean about it, and he was like, "Yo, I like, can I kill Empuda?" And he was like, "If you got the balls." So I don't know if I think he's gonna take out somebody big soon. Like I don't think it's gonna be Empuda, but it could be the 9-star hunters. I don't know if it'll be the peak person, but he might take out somebody important for the 9-star hunters, because he's already have a lot of animosity.
Yeah,
and like they've been talking more and more about him, and they've been pretty secretive. But now they might, and it was actually said that the 9-star hunters are probably the people who initiated the attack on the High Firmament Academy. Remember? That's what he said, because he said that it wasn't Brahma who sent these people. It was Brahma's subordinates that sent them, and it was a mistake.
They don't like that he took the
Seventh Academy back.
Yeah, but they were saying like this is a dumb idea.
Exactly. So he's like, this isn't Brahma, because Brahma wouldn't be this dumb.
Yeah.
But his subordinates, on the other hand, dumb as fuck.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right. Quick question: how do you feel about the Beast Girl, the Lightning Falcon race lady?
She was okay.
You think she becomes this woman?
No.
Me too.
I think
he did a clean cut.
Yeah. Although I don't like that she was kind of involved in the first place.
I didn't like it either, because usually when people play with him, he's like, he is pretty lenient with pretty women. I'm not gonna lie, but like if somebody plays with him, like plays with his life, because basically she made every single Beast Race person mad at him for wanting to be with him, right? Like usually he's gonna take a hard stance against that person.
Yeah, but they also said she's like a 10-year-old in her like
mental age.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I really thought she was just kind of unnecessary. I thought like he didn't really it was whatever, but
I don't like how they describe all the beast cultivators, because it makes it seem like they're just not important at all.
Yeah.
And like,
but the heavens are so big, so it's so hard.
That's true, but they just literally like called out a whole race for being dumb.
Yeah.
And like, I understand they could be dumb, but there's no way that the whole beast race is idiotic, or else they wouldn't.
They were putting down like all of them. They're like, yeah, they're not that smart to like.
Literally the whole race, like all beasts.
And you had the humans as like,
they're closer to the heavenly Tao or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the human race is like low.
Oh yeah.
Low status.
Yeah.
Even though like the Sacred Pill Hall has a bunch of humans, it's kind of weird,
right?
So I'm just like, okay.
I was very confused about that. Like at the beginning, I was like, okay, makes sense. Until I found out the Sacred Pill Hall is like the boss of the region, and they're all humans? Question mark. So you guys are so like incredibly hypocritical here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but it'll be interesting.
Weird, bro. It was a weird arc. I'm not gonna lie. I think if it wasn't for
the 9-star guy, I wouldn't have liked it.
If it wasn't for the 9-star guy and the Heavenly Tribulation, I would have liked it.
That's always fun.
I love his Heavenly Tribulations. I've been wanting to talk to you about this. Bro, that was the easiest Heavenly Tribulation he has ever done.
Yeah.
Bro, every time he comes out of Tribulation, like the descriptions are graphic.
Yeah. Like
he's like, his bones are sticking out. His skin has been ripped out.
See his organs.
His eye sockets can be seen, bro. Like it's intense. This one, he was like, oh, look, a stretch. Just destroy the quick heaven. Like, obviously, he had the power of, it didn't have the power, but he had, like, the protection, I guess, of the
continent. The Star Core. The Star
Core. But, like, I didn't like that tribulation, bro. Like, I understand it was easy, but one, he didn't bring out the dragons. I thought the dragons were, like, remember he has a Thunder World? And he like raises the Dragon King.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy?
I mean, he is gone.
Did he? I don't remember, honestly.
I think he died with the continent.
But I thought
I actually don't know.
When he went from Divine Flame to Four Peak, did he show up?
Nope.
Oh, so then I'm bugging. He might just be gone.
Yeah, I actually don't like how he just kind of disappeared.
I mean, I thought he was gonna keep growing with him.
Yeah,
he's a dragon. Dragons obviously have like unlimited potential.
About him. Actually, you know what? Oh. I was trying to remember what happened to the brick.
That's a good point.
Scion brick.
Yeah, the Scion brick.
He was literally raising that thing in his
I think it might have just gotten destroyed.
Did it get destroyed?
Or I think he said something about all things from like the mortal world are pretty much trash in the immortal world. Like that's what, like all materials and all stuff are trash. So probably all his like weapons that were like good are like trash too. Because like even Evil Moon was like,
well, yeah, he got destroyed.
He was outclassed. He said like Long Chen was getting held back by him. Remember, right before he like destroyed himself. So like I think that's what happened. I think it was just like trash loot, throwaway.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some things that I really like that Dragon King guy. I thought he was gonna pop out, didn't pop out. I guess I didn't realize
he was actually so useless.
Most of the time, bro.
He didn't do anything.
I just thought he would like one day do something crazy.
Yeah.
And he really didn't.
Nope.
Even though he's supposed to be like a stage stronger than Long Chen, he never really like helped him in big battles.
Yeah, he did like once or twice. That was it.
Like he could distract people. You know, he never like came out and he was like
just murked anyone.
Exactly. Wow, now that we're talking about it, these last chapters weren't that great. I thought they were. I think they got saved by the tribulation and the Nine Star Air, but other than that, they were pretty meh. I'm not gonna lie. While I was reading them, I was like, "When are we gonna get to the good part?" Like him getting to the integral starfield was cool, because Wu Tian like she got him there. But then him like taking over that guy, like flying to the area, going through the
that was all like I didn't
going through the scheme of him getting schemed against by the elephant guy. I think the mammoth guy.
Yeah, we've kind of seen that so much.
And I was just like, all right, come on.
I want to get more to the conspiracy, like what's happening in the heavens. Like, look, what about like like when he does his tribulation? Where does his blood go?
What do you mean?
Remember?
Nah, remind me.
When they do their, is this something?
What are you talking about right now?
You know how like they do tribulations in the academy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So, yeah, I was like, am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping. In the heavenly swell domain, whenever people do tribulations there, they get their blood key taken away from them. And that's why they don't have a lot
I want to talk about. I want to go to that. Like, where is that?
I think a lot of the stuff that you want to find out about, and you better not read ahead on this bullshit translations. I've been trying to get him not to read ahead, because if he reads ahead, it's over. Because then I'm gonna have to read ahead, and then we won't be at the same pace as you guys. But I don't know. I don't trust him. But basically, I think what we're about to see the next, like, maybe right after he beats the people who are invading his academy, like the seventh branch.
They'll probably go to the.
He's gonna find out something, because those are Brahma's powers. So he's gonna find out more about the scheme right there.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially because the devil spirits are like, they came out of there like invading. So I'm assuming once he beats them back, he's gonna find out the secret about the blood key. He might even be able to reverse it and give a power up to the heavenly swell domain. Am I calling it the name?
No, I think it's heavenly swell.
Because there's two names for it. There was like the fake name and then the real name. Do you remember?
Well, one of the names is in regards, like, it's related to like the academy.
Yeah, that's the real name, because they were like protected the domain.
Yeah,
I want to make sure I'm saying the right one.
I think heavenly swell is the right one.
Yeah,
because I think the other one begins with a D, like Dao.
Oh, domain. The Dao domain.
Don Dao domain.
Yeah, that thing.
Or Dao Don. But that's like,
that's the fake name by Brahma.
Yeah, because that was the original name, but then they changed it. But now people are trying to change it back, and they're like, no.
Like, you gotta respect.
But Brahma's trying to like get rid of the influence.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure I was respecting the culture, because I couldn't be saying Dao Don domain. That'd be a disrespect to the high firmament.
Yeah.
Bro, the seventh. Also, one thing that I think is funny is that they were still. I didn't realize it until recently, when he's coming back now to the seventh branch, is that when he first made the branch, he made like the formations to peak power. Remember, they were like, I think there's like 7 tiers of formations, and he hit the best one of the high firmament academy with like all the money he made. But it only repels against world kings, and I'm like, world kings are kind of trash now. Those formations need to get elevated.
Well, the place they're in, I don't think it can handle.
You can handle more.
I don't think world kings are the peak of that place.
Actually, in that domain, I forget exactly what it's called, but it's basically like the wild domain. The highest power there were like spirit immortal kings.
Yeah, and I think like only world kings. I think the peak you can only reach there is world king. So I think that's only why it's a world king formation.
Maybe. Okay. I think they weren't able to cultivate at all in that area because of
the key.
The key, yeah, the key was infected.
It's pretty like berserk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm wondering what's above World King.
Bro, I've been trying to tell you about this. You didn't want to talk to me about it.
What? What is it?
About the realms, bro. Remember you were trying to say we were talking about Divine Venerant?
Yeah, but we don't know what that is.
I know, bro. But you were trying to tell me Divine Venerant is peak, bro.
No, you were trying to say.
No.
Oh wait, no, you were saying it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it is either.
Yeah, there you go. Because I remember last time we talked about it, you were like, bro, Divine Venerant might be peak. And I was like,
nah, because
what's her face? Way, bro.
Because in Netherworld, those girls are already Immortal Kings, right?
Yeah.
And then there's World King after, but like as role cultivators, like they're already so strong. So I feel like the really peak powers, like gotta be like crazy high level.
There's definitely like, I'm telling you, bro. There's a step between. I think you might have said this, or I don't remember if I said. I don't remember, but there's a step between World King and Divine Venerant. There must be.
Yeah.
Because Divine Venerant is seen as like OP. Like he's literally Brahma's controlling all of these things that are going on.
Yeah, he's a third of the realm.
A third
of the heavens.
Yeah, and he's controlling it. And the Dean kind of did make it seem that like Brahma ain't all that, to be honest. I feel like he said a line where he's like we can handle anything no matter what happens. I forget. There was something along the lines that
they have like, I think it's more like, so like the way they talk about it, they're like, no one's ever like truly tried to like test them because they're afraid of like their hidden power. Like Brahma won't even go so far to do it.
Yeah, like I think first like that Broom Elder when he was like, I don't know if my old bones will be able to handle what comes our way or whatever.
Yeah.
Those old bones are gonna wax.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill some people, bro. I actually want to see him in action so bad. Now we're from the higher level that Long Chen gets, the more we talk with him. I love it. And how did you feel about what was it? So that dagger that he brought back, the broken sword or whatever, it's like one of the primordial weapons. Remember?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean,
I'm trying to look it up real quick.
The thing is, it's kind of random.
It was incredibly random.
That, and it was also broken.
Very
broken. If it's like a primordial weapon, right?
Yeah.
It probably had like an item spirit at some point.
Very true.
It's obviously dead now, but maybe it's maybe the other half is somewhere in another spot.
True.
And like even though like he's repairing it, you just gotta find the other half and put it back together.
Oh, I wish I could find this.
It doesn't matter. All we know is that it's a top tier weapon.
The Divine Objects of the Primal Chaos Era. That's the title.
Divine Object. Okay.
I mean, I think it's called something else, but maybe. But I think it's pretty insane because even the the High Firmament Academy has like that sword that is obviously seems like its own divine object. Let's call it that for now.
And it was afraid.
And it was afraid, so it might be. He might not be a divine object. The sword.
It's probably like close.
It's close, and he's like sensing that. I'm not gonna lie. When he was the sword was sensing something on Long Chen, I thought it was Wu Tian's aura, like karma, because Long Chen didn't talk about Wu Tian.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And like the dean was like, "Oh, he hid some stuff from me," and I was like, "Yeah." That kind of makes sense.
Soul Sweeper was like, "Okay,
get
over it, bro."
Yeah, I love this reaction. It's like, "Yeah, bro, you seeming soft right now."
It was like, why do you gotta worry about his stuff? You can't control it.
Yeah. Let's make your son the dean because you're lacking.
He's like, no, let's not do that.
Yeah, if his son becomes a dean, the High Firmament is getting in war after war. He's gonna be like hot bloodedness. Yeah, how do you feel about the interaction between him and Long Chen? When Bai Shishi hugs him when he comes back from the formation.
I loved it.
Hilarious, bro.
It was so funny. He was.
I'm not gonna lie. What I was thinking about when that happened was how would Long Chen's wives react in that situation if Long Chen was like the father? And I was like, I feel like they wouldn't speak up for the kid because they always like let Long Chen do whatever. Like they're not in public, they ain't gonna say nothing, you know. So I was surprised that the dad by Shishi's dad, like even said anything, or by Shishi's dad's wives like came up and like stopped him. I was like, whoa.
I think it's because they just want their daughter to like find happiness.
Okay.
So I think it's fine.
Yo, when he brought all the immortal crystals out,
that was hilarious. It was like money.
Yeah,
I got that.
He's like, oh. Before he wasn't talking. He wasn't like not saying he was the dean. And after all the money came out, he was like Dean Long Chen.
Dean Long Chen.
Like I know all this money is pocket change. Don't worry, I'll take it. Oh my god! Honestly, after talking about it, bro, those chapters weren't great.
No, I wish they went more into stuff like his.
They just did
purgatory eyes.
Yeah, I think they just didn't really like. I think it advanced his realm, but it really didn't go into any more of the scheme or any more of like the deeper stuff. So we didn't really like this. Nothing changed besides his realm, basically, in the last like 50 chapters.
And we only got a glimpse of the 9 star. So so in like the more like the third hall of Brahma's like thing, because obviously the 9 star hunters, the Sacred Pill Hall,
Sacred
Blood Kill Hall. So we just don't know about the Martial whatever.
Yeah, and then I also want to see what happens with the undead lilies because they're coming back.
Yeah,
they're supposed to be like extremely strong. That Long Chen was taught. Well, this was when he was in 4 Peak, but he was saying that they're so strong that he doesn't think he can kill them. Like he can't skip realms to fight them.
Yeah, but then his dark energy. I wanted to go more about that.
I really want to know what he's gonna do that because it seems like he's like holding in the dark power for like he has like his own plan because sometimes Long Chen has a plan and he won't like they won't talk about it. I
don't know if he has a plan or if he's just ignoring it.
You think he's just straight up ignoring it? It seems like when he was talking about his Hard Devil, it seems like he's like holding it back for something. Like
I think he wants to like try to talk it out, but
who's Long Chen, bro? Talking to the Hegemon?
Well,
Hegemon talking it out with somebody who's trying to control his body? That doesn't sound like Long Chen.
I don't know, man. Because when he first got summoned, he tried talking to it at first. Remember?
That's true. That's
so
true.
We'll see. Because that wasn't very Hegemon. He just like let's talk it out. I was like, what? Beat him up,
bro.
And then we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens in this next arc that's about to go down.
This next arc, I think it's gonna involve more Dragon Blood Legion. I think he's gonna get more people back.
I want to get them back.
Yeah, they're about to. I didn't read it yet. The chapters actually came out today, but Divine Tribulation coming through. That's always fun. Mm-hmm. And then I think the Dragon Blood Legion, some of them must start popping up after this.
Wait, I want to ask. Mm-hmm. Who else came up to the Immortal World? Did the guys from the Martial have an alliance come up too?
So basically, they brought up everybody who was alive.
No. But like, did those guys go sent to the? You know how like there was a new continent they sent them to, the Mortal World?
I didn't think they sent them to another Mortal World. I thought they were all brought to the Mortal World.
No, the dragon said he brought like all the mortals to a Mortal World.
Oh, I thought he brought them to a Mortal World that was hidden.
No, they're not immortals. They can't ascend.
Oh, I thought he ascended everybody.
He can't. No, they can't ascend. They wouldn't be able to handle
the power.
Yeah, because there's the immortal key. And that's what I'm wondering. Like, did the guys from like the divine, what is it called? Divine splitting sword gate or whatever. And like the
battle sect,
and like Yi Lingshan, like the Martial Heaven Alliance, like where did those people go?
That's facts.
I can't remember if he said that they also went to the Mortal, because they weren't heaven. They weren't
heaven merging.
Yeah, there were a lot of them that were only like Netherworld, so they couldn't technically ascend.
Another cabbage, you mean?
Yeah.
I think I actually forgot about that. I think you're right. If they weren't heaven merging, I think they got sent to that place, and they were making like a they were giving like faith to Long Chen.
Wait, does that mean we're never gonna like see them again?
No, they must, because Long Chen's parents are there, so he's gonna have to see them again.
Yeah, but I mean, like, now all those people he fought with at least like the two brothers, like Chao Bao.
Oh yeah,
Xingping or something.
Bao, yeah.
And then the other guy,
yeah.
Like now, because they were on that level, and now
That's true.
Are we not going to see them anymore?
I hope to see them.
That's kind of messed up if you don't see
the
them.
battle god. I don't remember the battle sect disciples.
Yeah,
they're fucking cool as hell. Yeah. I love them. They just beat each other up all day. They're insane, bro. They're insane.
We'll see.
All right, bro. So you got anything else you want to add to 9-star?
No, I think I'm good.
We hope for some better chapters next time.
Yeah, let's hope so.
We had a lot of chapters. It was a good thing we got through that whole arc in one go, because if not, we would have came on here. We would have trashed it. Because that tribulation was, and the 9-star era was basically the only good thing about that. And the dagger.
Yeah.
And actually, I want to caveat that. The Netherworld was cool.
Yep. And then after that was kind of...
The Sacred Pill was there.
Yeah.
Sacred Pill arc was there. But all right, let's talk about the Destroy of Ice and Fire. You go ahead. You start.
Well, personally, so since we missed last week, because last week we were talking from 5100.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you want to start there, or you want to go the whole 100?
Let's go whole 100.
Okay.
Because first of all, 5100. You know, last week we were talking about it. We were like, "This is fire. This is amazing."
Yep.
And personally, for me, I was like, 100 through 150 was fire. But this guy, Admar over here, saying he didn't like something. So I don't know what he didn't like.
All right, guys. Let me explain it to you. So we're not gonna go into too many details. It's a recommendation. We don't wanna spoil too much. We're trying to work on that. Last month, I feel like we spoiled a lot of Damn Incarnation. We're working on it. We're getting better. We're not gonna spoil you guys as much. But 50 through 100, guys, it was insane. It got me so hyped. It got me ready to go. I was reading that. Biggest Gamer was telling me he was listening to music while reading. So that goes along with the fights, because it was just insane how pumped the author got you with the fights. So you felt like you were in those fights. You felt crazy. The energy, you know, and I love that. It got me insane. That's why I think our ratings last week, we were like, it's an 8.5 for general. But if you're a type of reader who can get into a book and like really
feel the emotions of
it. Yeah, if you can merge yourself with the book and kind of feel the emotions of the book, it's like a 9.5, because it does a great job of like showing the emotions.
Yeah.
But the 100 to 150, that I think it's just the arc was a little slow. What? Right? No, you don't understand. Bro, basically, guys, they've been doing a tournament arc since the beginning of the book, basically. It's like...
for like the last...
It's like the last 100 chapters.
Yeah.
I would say that it's not like a regular tournament arc where it's like just fighting. So it's like, don't think you're going to be in a super draggy long tournament arc. It's not like that. It's better than that. So I don't want to
get there's a lot of things happening. Like because it's not, the story is not all about
the tournament.
Yeah. Or like just
the side stuff.
People like getting built up and all this. Like, think of it as so like the tournament is like what the main character's focusing on, but the author's also telling you about what's happening like surrounding the tournament.
Yeah.
And like, because in the prologue he describes like there was a war and all this stuff, and basically like the descendants of like the villains from back then are like still around to this day. And there's like, they're talking about, the author explains them, and while like through other characters, and while he uses Aaron to focus on the tournament. So there's two stories, like they're basically like obviously all connected, and it's like it's not just tournament, and it's not just, you know, villains. It's like it's all together, and everything that happens in the tournament, there's other stuff going on at the same time, like behind the scenes.
So it's not just a tournament arc, guys. We don't want you to think it's a draggy arc. It's actually really well done because especially the tournament is
I like it.
It's spaced out, so the fights are at the beginning. It's like every month, and after that, it's like every 2 weeks, I think, something like that. So it's in between those fights, a lot of things happen. So it's pretty interesting. But when the tournament reaches the nationals, I think is what it is. Mm-hmm. That well, I didn't really like that they went. They're like going through every fight, like every squad's fight.
You don't like that?
I think it would have been good for the first fight, right? The first fight, I like that they did that. But then I think they kept going, and I'm like, and I'm not saying I didn't like the ones they described. The fights were really good, but I'm worried that he's gonna go through every single fight. Oh. And I'm like, this is a lot. Like if he goes through every single fight, we're gonna be here till chapter 300. Don't you agree?
I guess, but what's with what's going on right now? Mm-hmm. Even though he might describe all those fights, I feel like they'll add a certain. I guess it depends on how much value that they add to the story.
Because some of the fights are kind of like whatever to me. Like the Lawton guy, cool. Is that his name? Lawton. Yeah. Lawton.
And he is a big plot point.
He's cool. Now, and then the other fight with the Dragon Squad, that was like the top ranked people. That was cool. But then there was another fight that wasn't Aaron's fight that I was like so over with. I was like, why are we even reading this?
Oh, well.
What was it? You know what I'm talking about?
It was the one he was watching with Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
I understand why you think
that one. I was like it was a cool plot point because of what he learned. But like I was worried from like watching that battle. I was like,
it was gonna be like this the rest of the
like he's gonna keep spectating everybody's battles. I'm like, come on, this is gonna be a lot, and I'm not gonna want to read all that. So I'm just worried about it. Is all I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm worried about it, guys. But these next 50 chapters might prove me wrong, especially because with the undercurrent stuff, that's not part of the tournament. Like the undercurrent, the biggest gamer was talking about with what's happening around in the world. I think that's going to be brought up in the next 50 chapters. Mm-hmm. It seems very clear. And that might cause everything to go haywire. So I'm excited for that.
Me too.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, I want to tell you guys, this book is amazing. It's really good. It's finished. One thing that's bad is it's finished. So me and Biggest Gamer every week are capped at 50 chapters, and we're like, yo.
Next week I'm just going to blow right by it.
As soon as next week's podcast finishes, and we wrap up, we finish recording, me and Biggest Gamer are probably bodying that in like a week or two.
Yeah.
You're probably going to body it in a week.
Yeah.
You might give me like 2 or 3 weeks, guys. When it's finished, we'll come back and we'll tell you. We'll come back. We'll have another episode on it because
we'll talk about the rest of the book after that.
It's good. It's good. After that, there's gonna be spoilers. So you got 4 weeks, no spoilers, or very minor spoilers that aren't really spoilers. It's not like important to the overarching story, I guess. Like
we didn't really tell you what's happened.
So we haven't really told you anything. We told you a couple names.
That's pretty much it.
Told you there's a tournament arc. That's it. You didn't really find out much. But you know the fighting's insane.
The fight, I love the way they describe the fights in this.
Brave warrior.
Yes. Fight, brave warrior. Stand up. Yeah. I just love it. The main character is great.
Guys, we kind of understated it this time because we talked a lot about it in the deleted video, sadly. But 50 through 100, and basically any of the fights with Aaron in them, and even the fights that Aaron watches, they're just full of hot bloodedness. And by hot bloodedness, I mean like you get excited. You feel your blood pumping. You're like, I'm like a part of this.
Yeah, you want to fight.
You're like, if you're not wanting to fight, you're wanting to root for him. You know, like I'm rooting for Aaron. Or when Aaron's rooting, I actually, one thing that I really love is when Aaron's rooting for other people.
Yeah.
He gets me, bro. I'm like, yo, he can command me, bro. He can command me to go do some wild thing, and I'll do it.
And then, I think after this last week, I was saying, it's like watching a smart Rock Lee.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I love it.
Cause he's dumb sometimes. Not dumb. He's
socially slow.
He's socially slow because he was born in a mining town without any other kids. and just adults or old people.
So it's like it's really
all he knows is mining, and that's it. And so
I mean, yeah, but pretty much like when it comes to fighting, it's like it's nice.
Yeah,
and the training arcs are fun to read through.
Yeah, I actually love his training arcs are so interesting. How they talk about it, and they're not really like arcs either. They're like
okay, training sessions.
Yeah.
He's always learning. He's always he's just doing everything.
It's fire. Yeah.
And yeah, it's great.
I can't wait for this next 50 chapters. I can't wait.
Yeah, because I think it'll really tell where the story's gonna go and what they're gonna focus on.
I feel like we can't even give it a good rating right now. I think we should hold off on the rating until next week. What do you say?
I'd be fine with that.
Because I just feel like next.
Also, it ended on a weird spot.
It did. Very weird
150. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I think these next 50 chapters, I think we'll be able to give you guys a good recommendation of whether you should read it, how interested you should be in reading it, stuff like that. You know, we'll give a good rating for it. We'll give an accurate rating for it. We're not going to just give a good rating. An accurate rating. All right. Well, you got anything else to say about Destroy Vice and Fire?
Nope.
All right. I want to, guys, like and subscribe. You know, definitely like and subscribe. We have a Twitter page. It's LN Fiends. So it's at LN Fiends at Twitter. Follow us, talk to us, guys. Leave some comments in the videos. We want to talk to you guys. All right, hit us up. We're trying to talk. That's why we're here.
We'll put the link to the Twitter in the description.
We were slacking with that.
Yeah, we were.
We're trying to. We're working up to it. You know, every week was getting a little better.
Yep.
So guys, this has been Adamar,
biggest gamer.
This has been Light Novel Fiends. See you next week.
Peace out.